Hello everyone and welcome back to Musaic Box. Last time I actually got confused about the song we're going to play in just a second. And I was right, he was German, but it wasn't pronounced Bach, but Bach. Johann Sebastian Bach. But I think I got confused because I was talking English and trying to say something in German, and sometimes that doesn't really go well. And I was obviously also tired. Because I've actually been traveling around a lot. But anyway, my mother always liked this very lively dance. Well, it is very lively. There's no doubt there. And oh, this is one of the tricky ones. Let's see. Okay. Okay, let's see if we can find that. It's definitely not that. It's at least a second of them or something. But probably it's not. That's definitely the last one. Let's see. No. That sounded pretty grim, just the blue ones in themselves. That would be that one. It sounded like it could have been that one. Because, yeah, it has to be, because this one is not preventive, where this is. Okay. Okay. There we are. And then we have the first row, actually. That's good. The puzzles becomes a lot more tricky towards the end. But yeah, I didn't mean to push it though. Oh. But yeah, I've been traveling around a lot the last couple of weeks, and there's been a lot. There's been some things I had to take care of at home, at my parents' house or at my family's house, and or not my parents' house because they don't live together anymore, but you guys know what I mean. And this also meant that I had to make sure that something was in order. And my father actually gave me something to me earlier, or when we when I left to go back to where I live. He actually gave me something for the road, and I was actually kind of surprised of what it was. It was actually a memoir from my grandfather when he lived. And I don't know what to say, because it was like, when you start reading through that, I mean, that was surprising in many ways, what he's been through, and it actually helps out a lot with the upcoming exams project I have to write. Oh, there's missing a piece. I was thinking, where did that one go? Oop. Oop, oop. That's no go. No. Where you supposed to be then? Here? Ooh, you be tricky. And I got completely off my story. But I'm writing about the resistance in Denmark during the Second World War. There was a little resistance, even though we were neutral, and there was different kinds of resistance as well. And, well, it's like, he lived through it, and it's even in his memoirs, and I'm actually going to use them because it's something he's left behind for us to read, to maybe understand him better, because he was a difficult person to read. And I'm meaning, he was a difficult person to understand even at the end, because he did things his way, and no one should say what was right and wrong, and no one should decide what he should do, and he was a lot like that. So when you actually start reading that, you understand him a bit more than you actually thought you did. And I just, I don't know, it's sad as well as it's very exciting to read. Just the unfortunate part is you can't ask him anymore because he's not around. I think that's the most sad thing about it, because there's definitely some things I could be interested in asking him about, which unfortunately I can't anymore. But maybe this is wrong. Maybe I'm doing something wrong here. I'm probably doing something wrong, but hey, maybe there's supposed to be like one here. But I will still get a blue one. No. Oh, the story completely got me off the whole thing. Sorry. It's just like, it's the same with this game. Your grandfather has left you something behind. You don't really know where he is or what's happened to him, but you know that somewhere in this house he's left clues around for you to find, and to something he's left behind for you especially. And that's how I felt about that book he has written, ready to be published. So, about his life and how he lived under the Second World War, and you know, it's just like, it's amazing to read, because he was very articulate, very. But it's the same with the game here, where you have to find stuff, and now I have to try and listen to something again, because I don't really know what he's... That's definitely not that. It's not that one. I have to find that. Maybe it's this one. That isn't it. It is this one. Damn it! I just screwed up. That's why I couldn't get it to match. Duh. It was like, I don't know how you actually pronounce them in English, but okay. Is that one? Yeah. So you probably have to put that one there, because you have to be considerate of these. Have to be there as well. And that's one is, those are probably going to be the difficult ones to place. I think it has to be like this, because then it will match up with all the pieces we have to place now. And let's see if we can actually find some pieces that kind of looks like they are. Or yeah, at least those there's no really indication on what I should choose. Oh, you guys be tricky. That's not fair. No? I'm going to start listen for a do in some way. That's definitely one of these. This is probably that one, because it has a dot. Can you see how far-fetched I actually go just to try and figure it out? There's the end, because it had like a very microscopic silent period of time. So now I just have to figure out which one are the last ones. Well, let's see. This is probably that one. And since we have two things there and one thing there... No. Okay. Okay. I almost had it right. Okay, so maybe I have to change these ones around, because it's still the arrow thing. And then change these ones around. No. Did I get anyone right? I did! Yay! Get someone right. There we go. This one took a little time. I knew it would, though, because this is one I usually have a lot of trouble with, unfortunately. And it didn't help the story about my grandfather either, so... But yeah. As I said before, this game is kind of an homage to my grandfather since I actually played this game on his funeral. When I got home, a friend gifted this to me because he knew how I felt. So he decided to try and cheer me up with this because he knows I like music, though I'm basically tone deaf. But I like listening to stuff anyway. But now we are in the library, and there's a little more puzzling going around here. I know there's the book one here. There's an outline, very tricky. And let's see here. I know there's one there, and one there. Has to be a bit tricky. I actually don't know how to pronounce this. I've actually researched it to figure out how it's pronounced, but as far as I'll go, it's the Barber of Seville. That's how I would pronounce it. I'm not sure it's correct or anything. Correct. Grandpa nicknamed me Little Figaro. Little Figaro? Aww, Figaro! Ever since the time I tried to shave my hamster. Okay, yeah. Interesting story. Oh, goodness gracious, how many hamster jokes can you make in one day? No. Okay, let's see. Oh, that's the one. That one is good too. I should really up my library with these kind of classical songs because I've always been a very big fan of them. That's somewhere in the middle though. Is this one? This one is kind of easy to get because it's short and the patterns are very distinctive, which in some of them they aren't. Yep. It was somewhere in the middle, so now we have... This one is probably the last one since it goes all the way out, and this doesn't. So, yeah. We have to try and make this kind of complementing each other, which is probably not gonna... Oh, it's gonna. Never mind. It's fine. Now we have to find a standing green and yellow. That was pretty easy. Then we have to find a blue and yellow, and a yellow and green. As well as we have to find... Now we have to fix it with the standing ones here. That will not quite go with it. Oh! Never mind. It's gonna go well. Oh, no, that will go. That will go. That will go. Let's just hope I'm actually making this one right, because else this episode is kind of gonna be long. See, this one was very easy because the geometrical figures were much more easy to puzzle out than the music that you had to listen to. So, yay! Did a little well. I can pat myself on my shoulder now, I think. Probably not. I really love that music. Even though it's hard for me to hear, or find the rhythm in, but I don't know, it's kind of actually really difficult to explain. Anyway, let's take the big puzzle here, which is the paper print over here. Well, there is also a puzzle there, but oh, maybe we're going to take Twinkle Twinkle Little Star in the first. Aww. I can still play all 12 variations of this melody on the piano by Musaic. Yes. I could actually, at some point, completely sing it in Japanese. Oh, geometric! That's how I like it. I could sing it in Japanese. Now, I have not been very brushing up on it for a while, so no, I'm not very good at it. I can't even sing it in Danish anymore, which is kind of... This is probably the last one, since it's the only one that's the first. And we need... And there's no blues or whites, so we just have to go by it, where there's space for them. That's the one. But I usually go by the... Oh, no, that won't go. But usually I just go by... When the songs I really know, I've been hearing them for ages, so I can kind of pick out the pieces. And this one is also one I've listened to ever since I was like a toddler or something, or close to it. So it's also music that brings me back, because my father was in a band. So he is very musical, but he got like 3 tone-deaf children, so we didn't understand music at all. Oh, we have another song. Should we take that one? Okay, it's Buffalo Gals. So once I traveled through Buffalo. Oh, it's an area then. Sorry, I always thought buffalo, the animal, like what you eat. I've actually tasted buffalo. It's actually really tough to chew, for me at least. On Buffalo, on the way to Niagara Falls. Okay, interesting. Let's just take this one. This is short and really peppy, as you can see. The original sample plays and supporting melody, it appears to be green. It appears as green. Okay, so what we have to be focusing on this time is not the red, but the green one. Oh yeah, this one is... Yeah, this one. And there's no resamples as such. This one is definitely this one. That's that one. Indeed it is. It's probably this one and this one and this one. And that's trying to match the pieces so they sound kinda right. Okay. That's the last one. And then we have like last options here. Let's just test it and see if I'm actually right. Probably not. It wasn't. Oops, sorry. Oh, maybe it's like this instead. There we are. So you can hear there's a little more speed to it and there's a little more peppy. So it's probably danced to back in the days. And we actually got the keys to the next room, which is nice. And this is a trophy room. My grandfather never had a trophy room, but he had a place where he had all his pictures he'd been taking throughout his whole life, because he liked taking pictures instead of painting or music. He liked to paint. He liked to watch paintings, and he liked to take photographs of people and just nature, in fact. And yeah, but that's a whole other story, and I think I have talked about it. But I think I'll be ending off here. And until next time, guys, take care.